Hey, what is up, fellow raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we are going to talk about the 10 mistakes that beginner players make when playing Raid Shadow Legends. Now, if you're new to Raid, you might want to subscribe to my channel because I upload free-to-play friendly content every single day along with beginner guides. Alright, let's get right to it. Beginner mistake number 1 is not getting your starter champ to 6 stars as soon as you can. Now, I see this a lot. I see this when I started a new account a month ago when I was playing in the arena where you would see other players' champs in the arena. I see that their starter champ is still stuck in 5-star and they seem to be playing the game for quite a while, but for some reason their starter champ, whether it's Kale, Elhain, Aethel, or Galek, still stuck in 5-star. Now you want to get this to 6-star level 60 as soon as you can. So I have Kale right here. He is in lifesteal gear. You also get lifesteal gear at the very beginning, your first 7 days. You are going to get some free lifesteal gear, 1 piece, 4-star epic lifesteal gear every single day. You would want to put those on whoever your starter champ is. All 4 of them work great. It doesn't have to be Kale, but Kale, of course, is the most popular one. Just get him on those 4-piece lifesteal. Get those gear to level 16 and get another 2 other good pieces of gear, and you can roll through campaign with that Kale or Aethel, Galek, or Elhain. And yeah, you will get your Kale to 6-star as in as little as a week for myself, but of course I'm an experienced player. But for you, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think it's quite doable. Just make sure to get your starter champ to 6-star as soon as you can. Do not create a team like a bunch of champs stuck at level 50, which is beginner mistake number 2. Just making a lot of level 50 champs and not pushing for that one 6-star or a team of 6 stars. Alright, now you might be wondering, getting that one champ to 6-star takes a lot of time, takes a lot of grinding, and you'd rather just have a bunch of 5-star champs at level 50. But I will tell you that would actually make you progress very slowly in this game. That is because a lot of the content in this game, such as the clan boss, the arena, the Doom Tower, the dungeons, they require a team of 5 players or 5 champs. Now, if you have a bunch of level 50, you can only take 5 of those level 50 to any of those places in any of those areas in the game. Now, if you have a solid team of 6-star champs at level 60, you can progress farther in the game. You can farm that dungeon at a higher level, get better rewards. That would be more efficient in the long term. All right, and that is actually beginner mistake number 3, which is farming the dungeons way too early in the game. At the very early game, you want to focus on the campaign right here. Make sure you farm this as far as you can. Hopefully in a brutal 12-3, that is where you want to do most of your farming, and get as many of your champs to level 60, especially your core team or 5 to 6 champs. And when you have that core team of level 60s, then you can start farming any of these dungeons from Minotaur, Ice Golem, Spider, Dragons, and Fire Knight as far as you can. So like if you can see here, dungeon or dragon stage 20 gives you 5 to 6-star gear, as opposed to, let's say you're stuck in stage 10, you can only farm 4 to 5-star gear. So of course that's a big difference right there. Do not be stuck in the low level dungeon and then you're spending a lot of these energy there. Use your energy in the campaign early on. Make sure you have that solid team of 6-star champs before you try going hard for these dungeons to maximize your rewards. All right, now that is beginner mistake number 3. Beginner mistake number 4 is on building champs. Now we have here we have support type champs. This one is also a support. This one is a defense champ. Beginner mistake number 4 is putting attack or stacking a lot of attack on defense-based champion. Now, I see this a lot in beginners because, of course, you know, when we're thinking about attack, we want the champion to deal a lot of damage. But in raid, if you have a defense-based champion, you can take a look at their skill and see here damage based on defense. Damage based on defense. Now, other champs like this one here, damage is based on attack, yeah, like this one too. So you really have to take a look at their skill, like Visix, which is a free login champ. Her damage is based on defense, which means if you put a lot of attack on her, it actually does nothing. Attack does 0 on defense-based champion. Now, of course, she has a 1776 attack here. They do come with some level of attack on their own, which is their base attack, and you do some get attack from, of course, your weapon, which is it's just there. You can't do anything about it. But all of her gear, don't put, or as much as possible, choose gear that does not have attack on them. Like here, I have a defense percentage chest because all of her skills will scale on defense. So ignore attack. Don't put any attack on their gear at all. It will be useless. And the same goes for HP based champ. Now, HP based champs are more rare than the defense champs, but Plarium is making more and more of them in the more recent updates. So here, as you can see, damage based on HP. So of course, putting attack on Versolf will do nothing. It will not increase their damage because his damage is based on HP. All right, so that's beginner mistake number 4. Beginner mistake number 5 is focusing on attack in the Great Hall. The Great Hall is what you get for doing your arena battles, which is the PvP area in this game. Now, it is good practice to always make sure that you're using your arena tokens. You do get a set number every day. You have some from rewards, from quest rewards, and you do get 1 free token every hour. So make sure you use those to build up your Great Hall. Do not focus on attack again. And you might wonder why. You know, attack seems to be a good stat. Your attack-based champions would deal more damage, and that is true, yes, but if you want more damage, then focus on crit damage instead. Crit damage will give you more bang for the buck, so put your points on crit damage. And accuracy is also an excellent stat to work on in the beginning because you want, or you need, accuracy to be able to land your debuffs. These are your poisons, HP burns, decrease attack, decrease defense. So a lot of champs have these debuffs, and if you don't have accuracy, you will not be able to land these on the enemy champion. And this is, at least from the new players, they probably misunderstand how important accuracy is. So yeah, so in the Great Hall, I recommend going crit damage and accuracy. You can sprinkle a little into HP and defense. Resistance is more for the end game, but you know, not too bad. But I would think, or in my opinion, the stat that you should focus the least here is attack. As you can see here, for spirit champions, my attack is still at 7 out of 10. The others are mostly maxed out. All right, so that is beginner mistake number 5. Number 6, I'm still going on the theme of attack because I want to tell you, and even though the game at the beginning makes you put attack percentage on your gloves as the main stat, but that is actually very bad practice. As you can see here, gloves, I have crit rate. On my other champ, I have crit damage. Let's take a look at this one next. Crit rate. Let's take a look at who do I look at? This one. Crit damage. Yes. So when it comes to the gloves or the gauntlets, you would want crit rate, crit damage, or maybe if the champion is not a damage dealer, you can put HP percentage or defense percentage in the gauntlets, but never attack percentage unless the champion is a bomb champion, which is just a small portion of the champs in the game. But for the most part, you want to focus on crit rate and or crit damage gauntlets. Attack percentage, you might be thinking, all right, so it makes sense. Putting more attack would make your champions deal more damage, but actually compared to a crit rate gauntlet, it does very little. So focus on those crit instead of the attack percentage. All right, now number 7 is also on gear. Not wearing speed boots. As you can see, my champ here, speed boot. Next one, also speed boot. Next one, also speed. So yeah, so 99% of the time you would want your champions to wear speed boot. Let's take a look at the filter right here. Let's take a look at the boots. Primary stat, HP, flat HP, none. Let me move myself a bit so that you can see that filter right there. All right. So yeah, no flat stat HP. Of course, you don't want any flat stat main stat. You always want the percentages. Let's take a look at HP percent. None. Flat stat attack, none. Attack percentage, none. There you go. So you just really want to focus on speed, as you can see here. So even in the late game, I've been playing this game for almost 2 years now. I still stack up on speed boots. I think right now, the only champ that I use that is not on speed boots is Dark Elhain, because of her skills. You also get her as a free login reward. In my team, she is the only one that has a attack percentage boot. But yeah, for the most part, the rest of my champs, let's take a look at them. Speed boot. There you go. Every single one of these champs are in speed boots. So yeah, so that is very important. A lot of new players, they underestimate the power of speed in this game. So the champion or the team that goes first has a big advantage, especially in places like the arena. So don't forget to put those speed boots on. All right, now number 8, beginner mistake number 8 is no accuracy on champions that need accuracy. Wait, let me put myself back here in the corner. All right, so a lot of new players, they probably, yeah, like what I mentioned earlier in the Great Hall, they don't really pay too much attention on accuracy. Your champions cannot land their debuffs if you don't have accuracy on them. So if you have skills such as this one, well, Riho is an exception. She places a lot of debuffs, so you really want her to land those, and she will not do that if she doesn't have enough accuracy. Now you might be wondering, how much accuracy do I need? In the dungeons, you just times the dungeon level by 10. So if it's dungeon 25, that would be 250 accuracy. If it's stage 20, then that's 200. So that's the rule that I follow. In clan boss, in ultra nightmare, you would want around 250. Yeah, in Doom Tower, you can go up to 300, 350. It depends on the floor. In arena, of course, it depends on the resistance of your enemy team. But yeah, around 250, 300 is a good accuracy number. I actually went a little bit overboard with Riho Bone Spear right here with 370, but let's take a look at my others. This one's in 200, 229, 337. Yeah, we have champs like this. Candrafon does not need any accuracy at all because none of his skills land any debuffs, so I put as little accuracy as possible on him. So you do have some champs like that, but most champs in the game do land debuffs, so you would want to build them with some accuracy. All right, now beginner mistake number 9 is booking every single champion. Now, what is booking? Booking is when you use your rare books, epic books, or legendary books on the champions to level up these skills right here. So yeah, I've used some books on the Riho Bone Spear, especially to get this cooldown right there. But I saved up books on her A1 because while this is useful, it's not, you know, I could save those legendary books to upgrade other champion skills that would be more beneficial, such as reducing cooldown, or maybe let's take a look at this one. Yeah, reducing cooldown on the skills. You could save books whenever possible. Let's look for a champ wherein I save some books. I know someone. Let's see. Where's the champ? Yeah, Lodric. Yeah, so Lodric, I just really wanted his shield cooldown to be a 2-turn cooldown right there. So I invested books on him. But I saved some books on his A1 because I don't really need this increase debuff chance of 5 and 10% to increase this one. So I'm okay with this 40%. So it's now a 45% chance. I just really need him for the shields. So don't book all of your champions as soon as you get the books, or as soon as you get a new champ, because books are very difficult to get in this game, especially epic books and legendary books. So make sure you use your books wisely on the champs that need them and on the skills that would need them. All right, so that's number 9. And number 10 is about shards. Is pulling shards on a non-times2 event. What is a times2 event? We get this every 2 weeks during the weekend. It's when you get double the chances to get epic champions and legendary champions, because the default is we get an 8% chance for ancients and voids, and a 0.5% chance for those for ancient and voids for legendaries. All right, now in a times2 event, this becomes 16 and this becomes 1%. And if it's a times2 in sacred, this 6% becomes a 12%. Now you would want to, of course, save those shards for those events. Next week we will have a sacred shard event. Yeah, so I'm saving my sacred shards for that, and then after 2 more weeks we will have a times2 void event, and after 2 more weeks we'll get a times2 ancient shard event, and then it will rotate back to sacred shard so it happens every 2 weeks. So make sure you save your shards for those, because of course mathematically it doesn't make sense to pull right now when I can wait a few more days and I will get a 12% chance. All right, so those are the top 10 mistakes that I think beginners make in this game. Now I hope you found this useful, especially if you're new to raid. And yeah, I will be posting more free-to-play and beginner-friendly guides to help you out on your raid journey. I hope you found this useful. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.